Hello guys, and welcome in another video on our light painting tutorials. Today I have something very special for you. Well, maybe not for you, but for me. We've been on a trip with Garage Age 2 weeks ago, I believe, to visit a person with with more cars, but with two very unique and special and classic and vintage cars. First of them was a Lancia Gamma, maybe one or two in Poland. Very unique design by Pininfarina, very 70s-like, amazing car. But this isn't a topic of our today's lesson. Today we'll be talking about first model year of Citroen CX, the most amazing car of the 70s. I believe my favorite Citroen, maybe next to SM, which is mostly Maserati, but basically absolutely crazy car, absolutely crazy engineering by French people. And today I am able to show you one photo of that session we'll be working on. So I was able to work in my most beloved conditions, where I have a lots of free space around the car. Nothing is limiting me in the matter of moves around the car with the light. I have almost no ambient additional light coming from streets, coming from other buildings and so on. So the perfect conditions to create light in the set as you want it. So absolutely amazing day, actually night. Two cars, around 10 to 12 shots on each. And Gamma is already done. Actually CX is also done. I was waiting with this final photo for you to work with. So today we are finishing this set, and I believe this will be pretty damn nice. Lots of layers, no time limits, no space limits. Everybody willing to get the best result, because I wasn't alone. I was with the owner, I was with the Tomek from Garage Age, and yeah, absolutely great evening that was. And I believe the photos will be also quite nice. So let's jump into it. But first, let's look at the two additions to our previous video, where I ask you to work on the Jalpa that I've sent to my subscribers after the last video. And I have two additions. Actually, it's nice because I was thinking that nobody will try to do it. I have two additions, and now I will show them to you. So the first one that you can see right now on the screen was sent to me by Telly Gumas. I hope I pronounced that right. And as you can see, he went into much more hard light vibe, which I like. I'm not doing it very often, but sometimes I do, and this one is quite nice. So he added some fake reflection in the ground. He added some fake light in the at the top of the Jalpa. So it's different approach, but I must say it's really nice, and using all of the layers that I've sent looks quite nice, and all other additions to that photo are also quite interesting. So thank you for that, and I hope that you will participate in the next event. And now let's have a look at another photo from another person. And the second person is, well, I realize now that the second person is the same person, because he sent me two messages, one on my email and second through an Instagram. So thank you for that, Telly. I will leave the Lightroom part, because we've been talking about most of the things that I do in Lightroom with the Jalpa video. We will jump straight to Photoshop. So let's go. Okay, so we are in Photoshop, and we will start with the CX now. As I told you, we have much more nicer layers that I've been able to do as I wanted them to be done, not because of any limitations caused by the place that we've been in. So CX was standing right in the middle of the driveway, so basically no problems to reach each and every element of the car with the light. So today you will see much, I believe, nicer layers. but the basics are the same. So let's jump into it. So as always, the first layer, the dark one, the ambient one, I have two of them. Let's compare them. So this one is slightly brighter with some skies in the background, so I will take it. This one I will remove, and the brighter one will be our base layer. We will mark it as green. And now, as always, we can check all the layers. And again, I will start with those ambients that I've created. I have one here, I have one here, here, probably here and here. And when I will have nice environment for the car made out of those lights, I will add the proper layers that were the panels of the car itself was lit. So let's take all of them above the green layer. I will turn them off. You can do that with and now the first one. So the first one was with this slight light in front of the car. It wasn't the light that's supposed to lit in the hood of the car. It was just this walk in front of the car to make this light space, especially on the ground, and to let some of the light beneath the car, so it won't get too dark underneath. Of course, we will change it to litten. And most of it can stay. Actually, it's not bad. Those highlights on the bumper, on the grille, they will probably come up in the final photo somehow from other layers, so we can leave it. But one thing that we will remove for sure is this light streak on the headlight. We will leave it, this one on the hood, but this one on the headlight must be removed. So we will create a layer, actually a mask, and we will take a brush and we will just paint it out like this. So we are getting almost into a darkness. Of course, you know that this is just a previous layer. We can leave it like this. Actually, I can remove it too, because I will have some other well, not for now, we'll do it later, but we have some other layers with the light on the hood, so later we will remove it. But I know it looks creepy, it looks funny, but for now it's okay. I don't want to forget about it later or look for this layer later, so I will do it right now. Second layer, okay, we have a light from beneath and behind the car with some light on those leaves on the tree. Some reflections of them in the hood of the car. It was after nice detailing, so it was very clean, very shiny, and that's why. Let's let it in, so lit in mode. And as you can see, I like the tree, I like the light below the car. I'm not sure if I want that light inside of the car because the lamp was below the roof line, or actually door line. So let's leave it for now, but this will probably disappear later on. We have some light over here on the wall. I don't want that for sure, so we will just remove it. Another mask. Okay, and we will take care of this. All right, another layer. See, we have another mask, but now with more of a mask to paint with, to work with. I will take it below the green layer, so we will get back to it later. Now we have something like that, so we have some additional light on the tree. Do we even need it? Well, we might leave it. Of course, we will remove this light streak over here and we will decide later. And of course, we need to check if we are working with an environment that is windy and we have some flowers, trees, leaves, grass, whatever. We want to check if the time of that shoot was okay to freeze those leaves. Of course, we are working on the longer times, like 6-8 seconds. So if there is any wind on the set and we have any kind of moving parts like leaves on the tree, they will turn into slight blurrish blob, and we don't want that. Here, actually, it's not bad. It adds some additional info to those trees, to those leaves, and it's not blurred, so we can leave it, but you have to take care of it. If you are working in conditions that the white is very strong, probably those living parts of your photo, so again, like I don't know, trees, leaves, branches, they might move during the exposure and it will look bad. So for now this is fine, just take care of it, be aware of it. Okay, let's create a mask, let's remove this, and this is fine for now. Let's take another mask, actually another layer. Okay, we have a light from the right side of the car lit, and we can see that it gives us this light on the ground over here. Don't know if I will use it in the final version, we'll see what else we have, but for now I will leave it so I can clearly see the outlines of the car. I will dim it down a bit, that's for sure. So we will change the opacity to, I want to change this opacity to match it to this previous layer. As you can see, there is this cast going from the brighter to darker part of the ground. So when it's on the next layer, if it's on 100%, we have this not very nice cutout of those two different layers, and we don't want that, so we will just turn opacity down to the level where it looks quite natural. Yeah, maybe something like this, 55%. Okay, and we don't want anything else from that photo. I just want this part over here, so I will create a reversed mask. So mask with Alt key pressed in, we have a black one, we are taking a white brush and we are just painting in those parts of the ground that we want, with small outline of the wheels. If they will be too much, we will remove them later. For now it's just fine. Maybe slightly lower opacity, like 45. Yeah, this is fine. Another layer. So as you can see, a light from behind the car, and what it gives us, actually not much. We have very strong light behind the car. In a way, I like this light that is casted on the wall, but not 100% sure if this is the one that I'm looking for. So we will just leave it now without anything added from that layer. We will mark it as orange. For me it's a sign that I should get back to it, because maybe there is something that I didn't notice in the first showcase. Okay, this is much nicer. Another layer with the light coming from the rear right side of the car, actually rear left side of the car, sorry. And this is nice. It also gives us some light on the exhaust, on the rear bumper. Maybe I will use it to add some light to those elements over here later on. I don't know what I will have in other layers, so for now let's leave it like this. Also, it's slightly too bright, but probably I will do two separate layers anyway, because one will be with less opacity on the ground, and the second one will be a lit mode with 100% opacity just for those elements between the windows, but we will see later. So for now I will create another layer and I will make it orange again. I will make a copy over here, but from this layer I will just take the ground again. So we'll paint in those elements. Okay. And the second one that is turned off right now, we will get back to it if we will need it. We'll see if we will use it later on. Let's change the opacity also. Okay, and another ambient directional light from the right side of the car, and this will be probably a light that I will use with this gradient fake light coming in. So this one will give us this direction. Maybe we'll even turn this one off in the final photo. For now, we will leave it because we will be putting all those layers together, the car layers, and then we will decide. But maybe we will even resign from this this layer. Let's go further, and then we will decide. So those layers, those are my ambient lights, directional lights that are creating this mood, this vibe on the set. So I'm not cutting out the car from the total darkness, I'm creating this kind of a space for it. And now I will add the panels of the car. So first one, okay, nice roof, nice back, nice side, nice wheel, parts of the hood. So let's use it. Reverse layer, and we will paint in those elements. Of course, then we will remove the windows because we want them to be without this light streak, obviously, but we will have to find a nicer layer. And we are on the normal mode. I don't know why. Let's get back to little mode. Okay. Here we will add some of this. Okay. So this is nice. Few things to remove, but let's go with another layer. So this is the one that I've showed you before, and I told you that we'll get back to it. So Litten, and as you can see, it evens out the hood. So we will of course use it again. We will remove the headlight streak. We will just take the hood itself. So once again, my laptop isn't working as it should. I don't know why. Maybe I should take care of it, but not now. No, we have to leave this, and we will remove this part later. But this one is ready to be removed right now. This one also, maybe not. We'll take care of it later. All right, another layer to the top. Oh, come on, dude. So we have something like this. It's quite bright, but I was probably using it to get more light on the wheels, which it does. Yeah, I see a few things that might be useful here. So let's use it. First of all, the wheels, part of the bumper, this darker part, all those elements below this line. As you can see, the shape is changing on the doors right here. We have more cast from the ground. The color of the car is disappearing in this part, but this is all fine. We will do it like this. Okay, we'll remove this, and we are just brightening up those elements a bit. Okay, this is fine, and let's get to another layer. So another one. As you can see, I was trying to mimic the shape of the car with the light, so I was going from the back, and I was trying to maintain the same distance between the car and the lamp all the way, so it evens out those lights a bit. And I think this is the nicest layer on the side. As you can see, it's brighter, it gives us nice details. Yeah, I think I will just replace it with the previous one, the first one. So I will take, actually, I will take this mask from this layer that we've just created before, and it's mostly the car, the cutout of the car. So I will press Alt, click, and place it again with the new layer, and as you can see, it gives us the same shape. So now I can turn off this one. Yeah, it will be quite busy. It will be quite annoying to remove this and to clean the handle, but we will do it. All in all, this layer is much nicer, so we will stick with it. I'm not removing the previous one because I don't know if there are any parts from that layer that I might use later. I'm not thinking about it right now. I will just turn it off and I will focus on this one. So we will clean it just a bit around the cars. We'll clean it just a bit around the roof. Okay, you can see some of the light is disappearing, but we will change the brush size and we will brush in those elements back so they will pop up a bit more. All right, and again, not a big fan of this light streak over here, but we will take care of it later on when everything will be ready. Another shot, another layer, taking it to the top, and we have another hood layer. Let's see if it gives us anything more. Yeah, it evens out the paint even more. We have this nasty edge between those two layers over here, but we will brush it out later so it will look seamlessly. So yeah, we can take this layer. Does it give us anything else except for the hood and the grille? Not really. Okay, so those are the elements that I want. So back into the photo. Okay, and let's get to another layer. So one more layer on the side of the car, but it's obviously brighter than the previous one. I'm not a big fan of it, actually. Well, I see a few things that I want to take from that layer, so I will, but it's definitely not the side of the car, just some few details. So I'm removing everything by adding the mask with Alt key pressed in, so it gives me the reversed black mask. And first of all, the car antenna on the top of the car. Look at this, it will pop up nicely. That's it. Maybe let's make it slightly thinner. And the second thing, I really like those lights on the top of the wheel and on the top of the tire. So it brings out the tire from this deep black curve. As you can see, now it pops up much better. Same thing here. Maybe we'll add some light from that layer over here once again. Maybe that's the way. No, we will leave it darker. So let's remove all of this. Okay, right here. We can leave it here. All right. And that's it from that mask. So antenna and the wheels. Okay, we will remove it. Right, like this. And let's go to another layer. That's the one that I was hoping to get nice edges of the windows, and actually I did. So this one, also nice handles on the doors, nice rear view mirror. Yeah, this is the layer that I will use later on to, or maybe now. No, we will use it later because it will be quite efficient in the matter of bringing back the things that are overblown by the light on the other layers. And yeah, we will do it later. So let's mark it as orange again, but important orange. Okay, let's take another layer. So we have this layer from behind, and thanks to that we are getting two things: another part of the ground and surroundings of the car that maybe I will use as a final ground for that shot. Of course, there is my shoe, so I have to remove it. But the second thing is that I really like how those I don't know how to name those parts that were on the back of the car. You've probably seen it on the other photo. No, I have no idea how to name them, but I want to use them. So let's use it, and maybe I will use the part of the window by itself. So when we remove those layers from the windows that have light streaks through them, this might be nice interior of our car. Let's keep it. Of course, we will remove this part from the hood. Actually, we are only thinking about the ground and about from the A-pillar to the back. Those are the things that interest me the most, so let's add them to the mix like this. Over here, and the ground. So it gives me most of the ground around the car. We don't see it now because there are layers that are brighter than this one, but later on we will be able to decide which one should stay. So for now that's all right. Where do we have this? Here. Here we have the windows. So I will take care of it right away, so we will be able to see inside of the car with those elements on the back that I cannot name to be more visible, and then we will be able to fill the interior of the car with different light, and thanks to that it will look more natural without this light leaks. So right here, okay, on the edge of the window. Of course, we have the light on this trim over here, but we have another layer for that. This is not important, or actually is. Okay, right here. If you don't use a pen tool, you don't know how to use it, you should do it right away, because pen tool will be your biggest help in this kind of work, actually in any kind of work in Photoshop. If you are working on layers, if you want to be precise in any kind of retouching work, you should know how to use it. And maybe one day I will prepare a video on how I am using it and how much time does it take me to learn it, to use it properly. But for now, I can advise you to go and see a tutorial on pen tool, for example, from my beloved Amish from Piximperfect, because, well, I've learned most of the Photoshop from him, and yeah, you should too, because he's a boss. And he has a nice tutorial on a pen tool. I think not even one, but I believe you should really know, and you should really know how to use this tool. It's really helpful. Like this, and like this. Okay, now we'll remove it. And as you can see, we have this part in the back that I wanted. We will remove this cast over here, this edge. All right, and for now we see that it's slightly too dark in the interior of the car. We will see if we have any different layers that we can use, or we will create this fake gradient in the window. But again, we will decide later on. Now I just want to clean it to see those elements inside in a better way. Okay, we have of this. Yeah, let's do it like this. It's necessary. Come on. Okay. Like this. All right. So this is the thing that we see right here is basically this layer over here, and it gives us this depth inside of the car. Okay, let's go with another layer. What do we have here? Something from the front. Okay, so the light from the right side of the hood, and I believe we have enough of the light for the hood already, but maybe, just maybe, the grille and the bumper over here might use some extra light, so we will use it just for that case. Not like this. Alt-click, and now the brush, and we will brush in only those elements over here. It's getting slightly brighter, the chromes are getting brighter and nicer. The registration plate is also slightly better exposed, and the cast and the saturation of this yellow registration plate is nicer. Yeah, and I think it's fine. Okay, so that's it from that layer. Another layer, I think something happened here. It looks weird. Yeah, I believe I was testing something, or I don't know what. Let's look at it. Yeah, this is nothing. This is useless, so we will remove it. Don't know what happened here. Okay, another layer, and I believe this is the layer that I want. Exactly, this is the layer that will give me the light inside of the car. Again, nice pillars over here. So what I'm gonna do, change it to lighten mode, lighten, yeah, mask, and we will paint in those elements right here. So now we have nice visible interior in the car. The stickers are getting back to the mix. I was afraid that I don't have a layer for that. I forgot about those stickers. We'll talk about them in some other video, but stickers are quite tricky if they are on the car, especially on the windows, on the windshields and so on. And now we have this nice light in the interior. We even have a reflection of the light from the garage reflected on those windows, so it gives this kind of a true natural vibe for me. I like those reflections in the windshields, in the windows, in any glass surfaces on the car. Basically, many people tend to do, not only in the light painting technique, but also in daylight or dim daylight or low-key photos, car photos, they tend to create this fake cast on the windows. So you have this opacity cast from 100% white to 0%, and it gives us this this gradient reflection feel. And for me, it's fine as long as we have some look into the car. So it gives us some look into the interior, and this glare, this reflection looks nice. But the thing that I don't understand is when some people tend to remove the windows in the car, actually interiors of the cars, absolutely 100%, and they create a black, totally 100% black window spaces, let's call them that way, and they are adding this reflection, this glare onto them. So we have, for example, a nice looking car. Usually I can see that on the modern cars, nicely looking cars in some garage or next to some nice building, And for me, this is natural that those objects, those buildings, they are reflecting the light into those glass panels. Sometimes very slightly, sometimes they are almost non-visible, yet there should be some kind of reflection. So when somebody is turning all those windows in the car into a black matter with this glare on, with this gradient from 100% white to 0%, it looks weird for me. Especially when they have reflections on the car and they don't have any reflections on the in the windows. So if you are doing it, you have to take care of the reflections on the body of the car also, for me, actually. Never mind. Let's get back to it. I forgot where I was. Yeah, the light inside. Okay, another layer. Let's see, what do we have here. So do we need this layer? Well, not sure for now, but I will leave it because there is one thing that maybe we'll talk about later if it won't appear on the other photos. So again, orange one and another layer. What do we have here? We have a nice right part of the roof. I will show you what I mean right here. It gives us some nice cast of the color in the hood, but do we really need it? I like the fact that this hood is going from brighter to darker, from left to right, and I think I don't want to change it. The only thing that I might do is to add some light to this thing over here, this air vent on the top of the mask. Yeah, I think I will do it. And maybe we will take some of that light and add it to the side of the pillar and the roof. Because as you can see, it's quite dark in here. Let's test it. So, first things first, this part and this part, of course, without the light streak. Okay. And maybe we will mix it, because you have to know that you can use a mixer brush also on the layers, so you can gradually disappear or appear different things in your layers, just like that, and it looks much more natural. And then in the final cleaning and editing, we will make it even again with the mix brush, but for now it will look better, and then we will fix it. Also, we will probably change the opacity of that layer to this kind of level, I believe. So we have some data in the pillar and on the roof, and now with the same opacity, maybe let's do it like 40, 35. Yeah, we will add this light here. So it's not much, but those details really matter. So as you can see, it pops up a bit, and thanks to that we can see especially this element on the hood much better. The shape is the shape is better preserved. Maybe we'll go with 30% opacity, like this. This is fine. And again, we'll take care of this part at the end. Let's get to another layer. We have two left, and then we have some additional lights. What do we have here? We have mask again. Do we need it? Actually no, but let's turn it into little mode and see how it mixes with the rest of the car. And no, I believe this is fine. So we will remove it. And now the final layer over here. What do we have here? A layer for the side of the car, but very low. So I was trying to get more color into the bottom part of the car. Let's see how it mixes. And now is the matter of decision. Do we really want to add this light into the final mix, because again, I like the light cast on the wheels, on the rims. I like the fact that it's giving us more light on the bottom of this curved part at the bottom of the doors and below the fender over here. But is it really necessary? For now, it looks quite nice for my taste when it's so dark. Maybe if we'll take it like 40% of opacity, we will even it out a bit, but not too much. So let's try it. We can always remove it. So like this. The wheels over here, of course, this is quick edit. We'll now take a brush and remove it to even it out. And below the car, like this. Okay. I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. I like both versions, but let's mark it as orange. And again, we'll turn it off and we'll decide later. But yeah, we'll see. Now we have last few layers with the lights, headlights actually, and we have two more layers over here I didn't see. Let's check them. Those are some kind of ambient light layers. So this one is this is the layer. Sometimes I use those just to even out those colors and lights and shadows in the photo. So I will turn it to normal mode so you can see it. I usually go out with the light in a straight line, or I stand in one place and I tend to light from further distance, just to, you know, add some of those details into those shadowy parts and add some details into the brighter parts to even them out. And this is actually it. I will probably use some of it to make things pop slightly better, but again in a few seconds. First, let's check the final layer. So what I like about this layer is that it gives me this nice light leak into the interior of the car, so now we can see those bolster seats much better, and we will use it just for that purpose. So like this, and now we have nice look into the car. We have nice feeling light that gets there from right to the left. We have this shadow cast that shows us this situation, and thanks to that we don't need any other layer for the windows from the right side, because we removed everything that was on the previous layers with some light leaks on the windows. It created this darker, unnatural look, but now thanks to that we have a nice interior light. So that's it about the interior. We won't be doing anything more with it, except for this part that I was telling you that probably I will remove it, and I will. But for now, this is it. And here we have 4 layers with the headlights, but I usually use them when I'm finished with the cleaning of the car, the final mix, because they doesn't really matter for the final mix. We just want those lights in the final image. That's it. So for now we will just skip them, and we will go through the layers as I told you before, and I forgot about it later on, that after this first part of work I usually go through all the layers once again. I'm turning them off and on to see what I can remove or what is obsolete for this image, and I can decide upon that layer once again. I can compare it with different ones, and thanks to that it's going quicker in the matter of cleaning. So the first layer, as I told you, the layer with the lights from the front, and as you can see they are mostly affecting the ground. And what I like about it is what it gives us to the front of the car, but I like this shadow over here. So if I will remove that, it looks nicer. Actually, not this part, but this darker part in front of the car and from the side. It's kind of like a natural vignette, so I will leave it like this. So yeah, maybe slightly more here. And this is fine. Another layer. Let's turn it off and on. And here we have this light inside of the car. So if I will turn it off, again we will lose lots of information inside of the car, in the interior, and it's getting darker and less natural. I don't like the light on the top of the roof in the interior, and now I feel that the tree is too much. So first of all I will remove this, and it's fine. I will remove this. At first I thought it might be nice, but I don't like it now. And now I will address this part. So one thing I can do, of course, I can change opacity. In this case it might help like this, because I don't want to lose this pillar absolutely, and when I turn off this layer you can see that it's almost disappearing. So let's make it like 50% maybe, and then we will just remove this part over here. Okay. But as you can see here we have a brighter one, so we have to get it back a bit. So we set it on the level around 50%, and now it looks better, but I still don't like this this part over here. Of course I cannot remove it completely, because somehow it mixes with this part that I like of the roof, and I will have to do it the other way. So I will remove it, but not totally. I will change the opacity of my brush to around maybe 20%, and I will make one stroke, two strokes, to even this out. And thanks to that it still looks okay, and we have this interior light in the car, and now it looks fine. Okay, so that's it for this layer. So basically just the interior light and the light on the pillar. Next one, the tree, and as you can see just the tree here, so we will leave it. Okay, another layer, this one with the ground mostly. We will leave it like this, I like it. First orange layer, so the layer with the light from the from behind of the car. Do I really need it? Of course, this light over here is absolutely without any sense, so no. But do I want that ground behind the car, and do I want this wall? I believe I want that wall, so let's do it like this. Remove all, and with slight bigger hardness of the brush we will take it like this, but without this part of the wall, maybe even something like this. Yeah, okay. And here with the with the very soft brush we will remove everything that we don't want. So it adds this kind of you know, texture to that photo. I like it. I believe it will stay like this. Of course, we have to make it better. Exactly. So it's just this wall over here, and it looks fine. Maybe I will change the opacity slightly to like 80%, and this is fine. Another layer light from behind the car. It's okay. I will change the opacity even more to 50%, so it will even out itself, and this is okay. Let's leave it like that. Another orange layer, the layer that I've told you that I might use for some details in the pillars actually, and I will maybe, but still I need to see the final photo and then I will decide. So this one stays right now. Let's go to another layer. The light from the left side, actually the right side of the scene, the one that I will direct with the gradient light, fake gradient light that will come into the shot. We will leave it. Okay, this layer that I've used and I removed because I found a better layer for the side. I will just remove this. I don't need it. Goodbye. Okay, another layer with some additional light on the hood, but I don't think I need it anymore because I have something. No, it gives me some light over here, so we will leave it and then we will clean it out. But that's it for this layer. Let's leave it. Another layer, the layer with the bottom of the car. You remember we've been painting in just the lower part of this car below this curvature, so let's leave it. Another layer, the better side of the car itself, the side of the car. Can we make some mixing over here with some additional it's slightly better, but again we will finish it with the final touches. Another layer on the hood. Do I really need that? Yes, I think I will need this because thanks to that we will be able to match those two different lights on the hood, because now when I turn it off you can see this light from the left side and it's creating this shape over here. With the layer on they are matching a bit more, but overall it will be easier than to remove this scar, let's name it that way, when those both layers will be all together. The only thing that I will do, I will remove the light streak on the headlight, and maybe it won't be even, but remember that I will turn on those lights later on with those additional layers, so it will disappear. Okay, another layer. Let's see. The wheels and the antenna. I can see that it's a bit too much around, so the masking wasn't done properly, whoever did that, and now it's fine. Okay, another orange layer. Let's see, do we really need it? That was the layer with what? The one that I was about to decide if I want my side of the car to be brighter or not. And you know what? I still haven't decided. I believe that I will stick with the darker one. It's fine, it pops up nicely, but thanks to that shadow we get more of this round shape of the CX Citroen, and when we add so much light it slightly disappears. So yeah, I think I will just remove this layer because I won't be using it. So goodbye. Okay. Here we have another ground light that was that shot from behind the car. Okay. Of course we will leave it, but again we will make it slightly softer over here, maybe over here, because you can see that it's getting quite harsh. We don't want that, but we will change the opacity again like this. We will change it to make it look like this. So 80%. Now it looks more natural without this unnatural cast, without this shadow bending. It's fine. Okay, another layer. That was the bumper and the grille only, so this is fine. Another layer, the interior and the side of the car windows, so this layer that was lit from the below the level of the doors. And another layer that was marked as orange. I still might need it because, well, you will see later, but for now, again, it still stays. This one is the pillar and the vent on the hood and the roof, so this is fine. Another one that we were supposed to decide if we want that layer or not. I know I've said that I want to keep those shadows below, but now it looks slightly better and, well, I don't know. No, let's remove it. Let's stick with our first idea. Okay, the filling light, we might be using it later, we will be using it later. And the interior light from the right side, this is fine. Okay, so the things that we want to do now is to clean those, to clean those this merge photo. But as you can see, we have 3 layers that I will be using later on, maybe will be using later on. So I will take them now away from that mix and I will take them below the green basic base photo, and now I will merge all those layers all together. So one copy, and now merge. Okay, let's mark it as a green again. And now I will make another copy, Ctrl+J on your keyboard if you're using Windows. And now we have a copy to work with to clean it out from all those nasty things that you can see. It will be quite a lot of work because of different shapes on the car, but I will do it quite quickly, and you will now watch it in the sped up version, and we will get back when I will finish, because it's quite boring, and we will take another lesson on that part. Of course, you can see what I'm doing here. So we have our final photo for cleaning. There will be a lot of things to clean out, but first I will take those 3 orange layers that I didn't use before. I told you that I will get back to them, and I will put them above the final image to once again see how and what I might need from them. So here I will already use it. I will take those lights that are on the door handles and on the wheels. I like those, and actually that might be it. because you can see my lamp over here, of course. Do I need some additional light for the pillars in the windows? I believe no, maybe in one place to even it out. So yeah, before I will clean it, I will add this to my mix, but first things that I need. So first thing, the wheel. Again, nice addition to that wheel. Same with the rear. And two small things here. So right here to make it pop, and right here to make it pop, like this. And the rest of those elements around the windows are quite fine. I thought that maybe I will use more of it. Maybe here. No, actually no. So I don't need this. So that's it, and I can merge it with the base layer, second base layer, second base. Never mind. The shot, this shot, we will use it later, and this shot with some light below the car, with some night blicks of the light in the wheels. And actually those wheels are just the ones that I'm interested in, so we will use it to add some light below the car into the wheels. Yeah, that's it. So right here, like this, and like this. And again, we can merge it with the cleaning layer. This one we can take down for now. And now we are working on cleaning this final shot, let's call it that way. Okay, so let's clean this bad boy. First of all, the hood. So again, pen tool. Let's make a selection of all of those bright parts, like here, over here, that's right. And I will be honest with you, I will be doing it with generative fill where I can, because sometimes you need to do it the old-fashioned way with the mixer brush and some content and aware fill. But basically this isn't bad. Of course, we have this cast over here. Did we have? No. So once again we have to create this shape, and we will brush it in. We'll mix it and brush in those colors to make it look natural. So over here we will go like this. And it will also help us to hide those artifacts from generative fill, because you already know that it does it sometimes. Well, not sometimes, but sometimes it's more or less visible, but it's always there. So on the smaller parts, sometimes you can even ignore it, but on the bigger parts, because it's a generative fill, it creates those artifacts that shows the viewer that something was done over there. So we have to take care of it. So this is the first part, and here we have this edge between those two colors. We will make another selection of the pen tool, but wider, with longer range on the top, like this. It doesn't look nice, but we will make it better in a second. Here, here. Okay, and we will mix it in. So we will take those colors from the higher parts of the hood and we will brush them in to hide this edge between the natural color and the artificial one. And now we can add some noise to that selection. It's even too much, 0.3, like this. This is fine. And there's something wrong with the hood over here, but I have the original mask and it's just a matter of the edge. So I will create a mask with my selection over here, and I will just create a proper edge. So I will just get back to the original one without the generation. So it's fine like this. Now we can merge it together, make another copy, because now this is the one that is the backup one. Here we have some thing to remove. We'll use a patch tool over here. We'll select this and we'll take it from here, and this is fine. Okay, now we will have to take care of this hood and of this light. So here I will tell you about this one layer that I still have here and I didn't use it. You might not see it because the shape of the car is quite unique, but when I will show this layer to you, you can see that there is very distinctive cutout in the body of the car. So it goes right up here to this part of the car, and here we have another one that is flat. So this light over here is quite important. This is an edge of those two panels and we have to maintain them. We cannot remove this this light streak completely because we will lose the original shape of the fender of the car. So we have to take care of it, but again we'll do it later. But for now I will have to remove all of this and make those color even, and reminding myself not to go overboard with it because I cannot lose this detail over here. So let's go. First of all, we will remove this and we will create a selection on the hood right here, like this. And here actually, yeah, we cannot see it. I removed one quite crucial part of the car already. So again, it's not so easy with the weird French cars, European cars. We have to do it like this because here is kind of an edge of another part of the hood, like just like with this headlight. You can see we have this eyebrow, let's call it that way, and here just by the mistake I removed it, but we will get back to it. For now we will take care of the hood and we will get back to it. It will be much easier then when we will see how the hood should look. So like this, we have a selection, and now again a brush tool, mixer brush tool actually, and we will get those, not like this, get those colors mix so this edge will disappear. As you can see, I took some of the brighter part of the light from the side of the fender because I've lost it a bit, and now we will make it even like this. So you have to help yourself if you lose some details and you know they are crucial. Not like this. And thanks to that, it will look much better. Okay. Like this, not like this. You know what? I need to turn off this lamp because I cannot see. Oh, now it's fine. This, and here we have this edge back, so we will be able to follow it with the rest of the car. You can see it's getting quite narrow here and it's getting wider over here, so we will create it from that point. So like this, over here, and we will make it slightly brighter, not too much, but just to pop this part out. We will use a dodge tool with a mid-tones at the level of 10% and with some shadows. Okay, and as you can see, it's getting back. Of course, we need to make it look more natural, but overall it's getting better. Of course, it will be easier if I wouldn't remove it at the first place, but well, sometimes it happens. So like this. Okay. Alright, we can see it, and now we have to hide it a bit because it's too visible. We will take a smudge tool, or actually the blur tool, and we will hide it a bit so it looks more natural. This is fine. We'll finish this edge over here like this, and now it looks okay. This one is more shadowy at the side because it's not facing the light. This one is, or actually it should. When we will compare it with some different photos, you will see that this is actually as it should be. Maybe I will hide it a bit more with the blur tool. Yep. And now this is fine. Of course, we will have to add some noise, but we will add it when we will finish with the whole mask, because it's not ready yet. Like this. Okay. Higher parts are okay, so we don't need to select them, just the part over here. Our brush is going fine. We will add some more dodge to that part and we will brush it out later. Well, not later, but right now. Okay. Like this. A bit from here, because there is more color on the front of the hood. The higher we get more shadows in that selection. Take a dodge tool once more. We will take mid-tones and we will create this cast over here with some... No, it's fine. Brush it a bit more. It's quite difficult color to work with, to be honest. I don't like to work with those red and orange colors because it's very hard to, actually it's very easy to get lost in those colors, but finally we will be able to do it right, and we can always make it better with the final shot. No, we don't want that. Okay, for now it's fine, then we will do it all together with the side of the car. Okay, and now to this part. Of course, the top of this light streak is almost where the bend on those panels is, as you can see right here. So what we need to do is to make this line very narrow from the both top and bottom, but mostly from the bottom of it, just like this. Okay, maybe slightly higher here, or not. And yeah, something like that. And we will just brush in those lights into the edge of the car, of the selection actually. Mostly from the bottom, from this skewed perspective, because we want to match those colors that are below the light streak. So I won't be brushing from this side to take care of this part, but I will be brushing from this side mostly to take care of the nearby elements. So that way it looks most natural and we maintain the colors and the brightness of those colors in a rather right way. So like this. Okay, it's fine. Maybe we'll make a slight brush over here. That's right. There's something to clean. Let's take a patch tool. Okay, now this part. So here is the same thing. We will create a selection based on the edge of the panel, like this. All right. And now we can brush it in. Okay, the colors are fine. And this part I will try to do with the generated fill, because I don't want to spend too much time on it. Then I will just brush it a bit and add some noise to it, and it should look fine. All right, let's see what will happen. And this is almost fine. We'll use this part and we will just blend it in, but we will create another selection to make it look right. It added something on the outside, we'll take care of it, but basically it's much easier and faster than doing it all the way by yourself with the brush tool, mixed brush tool actually. So just the small adjustments are fine and quick to do. Here we have this edge, we will also brush over it, and now it is fine. We need to fix those colors over here in a second, but first I need to change my battery in the camera. Okay, we are here. And once again I will try to even it out with the brush. I will take some colors from this part and I will add them to this side of the panel, of the hood actually. So it will give us the colors that we want. Okay. So let's take it from here with the stamp tool. Of course, we will have some additional parts from that selection. It's not bad. And now we will brush it out. Again, I will have to turn this light off if you want me to make it right, because I see this is fine. The edge is quite sharp. Again, we will take a blur tool to make it softer, like this. Now it's fine. And now all of those areas we can select them and add a noise back to it. Maybe we'll add some more right here. Okay. Just some final touches. I told you that this part will be quite hard to do, but overall it's not bad. And now we can select this whole area actually from here through the hood, because all of those elements were brushed or generated and then brushed. So we'll do it like this. Over here, over here, over here, over here. And we will add this noise. So filter, noise, add noise. And this is nice. Okay, so yeah, there's something here. Of course, I won't leave it like that. It will hurt me. This is fine. Selection, Ctrl plus Alt plus F brings back the last filter that you've used. So in my case it was the noise, so I've added it very quickly. And now the rest of the cleaning. So as you can see, there is still quite a lot of cleaning to do in that CX Citroen, so I will do it right now, but I will turn off the camera because this video will be quite long, and if I will be doing it talking to you, we are looking at 2 to 3 hours of work, so I believe nobody would watch this kind of video. So I will be using the same tools that I've did so far, so you will be able to see what I'm doing, and then when I finish we will talk a bit more. Another quick fix that you saw, I have this nasty light leak all over the side of the car. And of course I could find the edges and pen tool it and select it with the pen tool very precisely and then try to brush it out, but it takes time, so I decided that I will recreate the whole new panel on the door. So I removed the door handle, I removed the edges between the doors and the rear fender, and then I've just created a new nice smooth layer and then just returned those elements. Of course I need to add some shadows to it right now and clean it a bit more, but it's much faster than doing it from the scratch with the pen tool, with selecting each and every part of this light leak. So a quick pro tip. Okay, so that's it in the matter of cleaning the car, except for one last thing. As you have probably seen, I was returning some of the lines into the car, especially on the back door. Actually, it looks better than the original, so I'm proud of myself. But one thing that I told you, that we have this orange layer, last orange layer to work with, is the one that gives me this quite visible color and cutout and the cutout of the colors between those panels, because there is this bend over here. And now when I turn it off, you can see it's not very visible, but I will use this and I will just change the opacity a bit, and then I will merge it with the original cleaned photo, and I will just bump those areas with the colors that will match the previous cleaned up version, just to add this bend, add this change in between those colors, so the car will look as it should. I will turn off this layer, I will reverse this layer actually. So now with the reversed mask, I can just paint in those elements like this. Of course, not here, we will brush it out. It's just a matter of keeping that bend, this body panel change. So thanks to that, we will be able to maintain the proper shape of the car. So now we will just merge it with our cleaned file, cleaned photo, and again we will brush it a bit towards, not like this, we will brush it towards the C pillar just to make it even, and our shape is saved. So everything looks like in the original car. This one is original, but I've lost a few details that I needed to return, and now they look just fine. Yeah. Okay, now the roof, I forgot about it, we need to take care of it, and this is gonna be it. Then I will add some gradient and send it to Lightroom for some final preset, for some final edits, and then I will show you the final image and we will have a few more words. Okay, so the cleaning and overall editing is done, except for the light coming from the left. We will do it in a second, but just to compare, we have all those layers after putting up the image, so a lot of things to do. Second part was partially cleaned, and some of the elements were added to the photo from that ambient layer and so on. And finally, the cleaned image looks like this. So I had to add few lines that disappeared during the process, so look out for it. It sometimes happens, as you can see, but this isn't something that you cannot get back to if you are aware of it, because the worst thing that can happen is that if you will edit something and didn't even notice that there was something that you removed. And if it's some, I don't know, some small emblem or some, I don't know, some kind of a dent or some small irrelevant detail, then, well, most of the people won't even notice it. But if it's a car panel that suddenly disappearing, the bend on this car panel, or some kind of curve on this body, or some kind of edge is disappearing in some part of the photo, well, then we have a problem. So this problem solving is also quite crucial during the editing, and hopefully you will be aware of it, just as I wasn't today. But okay, now small light addition from the right, some Lightroom preset at the end, And when I snap my fingers, you will see the final photo. Thank you for today and see you in the next video. And now,